Hey, SPED 634, this is your friendly instructor, DC Jacobs, coming back at you for the third time, for the third week, just to kind of go over some of the expectations as we move forward. So as with the first 2 weeks, the information pretty much is the same. Do understand that there are units of studies or lectures here available in the two different formats for you. The learning activity is here for you to practice. Okay. Here is some information on autism, so please make sure that you review the film. So then we have our readings, okay, for week 3 there. The discussion, make sure that you put your original post by Thursday with the 2 follow-ups no later than Sunday, the 23rd. Then we have our CBM or our CBA, or assessment or measurement, however you want to refer to it as. In reading, please make sure that you include the testing protocols. The protocols would look something like a running record, where you have the one reader in front of the student, the passage in front of the student. You will have the other passage in front of you. You would give the students the opportunity to read the passage in the set amount of time, and you would be marking their correct reads or their errors, however you wish to do that, and it makes most sense to you. All of the information here, again, these are guiding questions to help you to frame your thinking in the kinds of things that you would need to do or to include in your write-up, okay? So please make sure that you hit each of these questions and meet all the expectations there. Looking forward to the 4th and final week, there is yet another curriculum-based measurement. It is in writing. So that writing assessment would be performed or done as well. You would also make sure that you include student work samples, okay? And then it talks about the week 3 Blackboard Collaborate. I have not had anyone make a recommendation of a time for that. I did not want you to feel obligated to come to the Collaborate session, but I do want to make it an option for you. So if during this week you feel the need to have a Collaborate session and you just want to come together to do a Q&A, we can definitely do that. Okay. Now, what I wanted to make sure I go back and I review, because I think that some of you still are having some difficulties with this, but you select the curriculum-based measurement for reading and you view the rubric. Okay, so the elements that are outlined here in each of these sections need to be covered to the extent of which you want to get a score. So if you do want full credit in the integrating and innovative department, you want to make sure that you include all of this information. Sometimes looking at the lower scores actually provides a little more clarity, because at the same time I have to take into consideration what these other scores are saying as well in order to score your document correctly. So please make sure that you review this. I'm not going to take the time to do it. It's basically been the same information each week, but please make sure that you do that. The prompt is here as well. Okay. Another thing that I want to point out to you is in doc sharing. I talked about doc sharing in some of the responses I gave in the graded assignments, but your doc sharing documents are down here. So again, if you wanted to see what a reading sample looks like for the CBM, that write-up, you don't have to go at it by yourself. Here is someone that did it back in 2012. But here is the CBM for reading. The information is all here, and you can go through and read this as well. You want to make sure that at the very least that you do is that you include a research body that would allow you to be able to earn full credit when you're talking about appropriate citations. The Spinelli text by itself will not give you full credit, okay? Going back to that original rubric that I was just mentioning to you a minute ago, pointing out that particular area would help you to understand why you would receive the points that you did in that area. That goes down here to the citations. Multiple citations are included and are accurately documented in APA format. Then if you look down here, citation includes only the course, right? And so remember when I was saying looking at the other scores as well. So if I had to evaluate citations on that particular assignment, I would say, hey, there were multiple citations using the Spinelli text, and it was littered throughout the write-up. It was in proper APA format, but it's not multiple citations like this says, where it talks about only the course. Okay, so those are some of the little things that I know that it may not, be as straightforward, but I was trying to kind of, speak about your ability to use a wide research base in your RTI papers in hopes that you would then generalize that to when you read this about multiple citations, etc., that you can do that as well. Okay. So I hope that this was helpful, and please don't hesitate to continue to reach out to me if you have any questions. Bye now.